Dear readers, certain articles I received in the past have been placed into my field of attention. This was written about a year ago, but the Arcturians wanted me to add important information to this message that could not be shared before. Therefore, if it sounds a bit familiar, it is because you have a good memory. Reality is in layers of frequencies that are embedded into the holographic projections of 3D 4D Earth. Your difficulties on these levels of reality are not just about the persons known as the Cabal or the Dark Ones, but also have to do with the frequency of reality to which you are attuned. If you look at the fourth-dimensional lower astral plane and the lower survival levels of the third dimension, you can see that the Cabal still has some control on those frequency layers of reality. In fact, many of those who desire power over others have migrated to these lower levels of reality because they cannot tolerate the higher light that is flowing deeper and deeper into Gaia's fourth and higher third-dimensional layers of reality. Meanwhile, more and more of you, including Gaia herself, are moving into the higher frequency layers of reality in which energy out quickly returns as energy back. The Cabal and others ruled by fear and anger are quite terrified about having the energy they send out being quickly returned. They know the energy they have put out into the world and do not want to experience it coming back to them. The selfishness, the taking from others, the power over, and the fear lived as anger and domination is not something they want to experience in their lives. Therefore, they seek refuge in lower frequency layers of reality where energy out does not come back for a long time. In the lower dimensional realities, they rule over those who also live within that resonance. To live beyond the lower frequencies of reality, you need to release the third-dimensional concepts of what is important. Very often, you also need to release your attachment to wealth, as money has become a negative force on physical Earth. The need for more money has been the reason for murders, wars, domination, and selfish power over others. Money is absolutely not a component of the higher fourth and fifth dimensional layers, habitat zones, of reality. In fact, except in the lower astral plane, money is barely a component of the fourth dimension. As you expand your consciousness into higher and higher brain waves, you begin to release the third-dimensional concept of hard work to get money so that you can have enough or have more. The Cabal does not want others to get money, as that is a threat to them because money has been an important element of their power over others. Fortunately, as your frequency of consciousness rises, you increasingly resonate to the flow of the now. Therefore, you gradually move away from third-dimensional time. As you continue to expand your consciousness into the realities that resonate beyond wealth, acquisition, or power over others, your creativity expands, and so does your freedom. As more and more of you make this shift, those who are still struggling and working hard will begin to wonder if perhaps they too could find out how to flow through life with peace and a sense of abundance. This sense of abundance is not about money or about the things that money can buy. Abundance is a state of mind that reminds you of your own ability to direct your attention and intention into the peace, love, and happiness of creating your own life. As more of you leave your corporate jobs, move out into the country, grow your own food, and barter for what is needed, you will find that you are perfectly happy with less stuff. These types of choices take down the Cabal as quickly as the unconditional love that is being sent to them from the higher dimensions. Eventually, you will flow into the tipping point, the quantum shift, the transmutation back into the higher frequencies of your multidimensional self. What will happen when the majority of people choose to primarily think about Earth, other people, and creativity? What will happen when only the minority of people thinks about accumulation, success, and power? When people are not lost in the struggle and dream of getting more, they can more easily flow into the higher frequencies of reality that resonate beyond the illusion of needing more. Needing more is the opposite of being thankful. When you want more, you are affirming that there is not enough. Then you fill that thought with the emotions of fear and anger. This thought and emotion combined create a negative thought form. This thought form travels out into the world to spread fear that there is not enough, which activates a collective fear and anger. Furthermore, this 3D thought form returns to the center and actually create more, not enough. Conversely, when you are thinking, "Thank you for the substance at hand," your thoughts combine with your feeling of thankfulness to combine a positive thought form. This thought form calls out, "I am thankful for what I have." Then your thought form travels out into the world to spread gratitude for all that you have. Eventually, this thought form returns to you, the center, with the blessing of more of what you have. The challenge for many of you is that the rules of the 3D game have changed, and many of you did not get the memo. In the old version of the third-dimensional Earth, you had to work hard to get ahead and could not imagine that you could create your own reality. Fortunately, the old third-dimensional version of reality has taken in so much higher light that instead of working hard, you feel that you are working smart to discover new ideas and technology that makes life so simple that you feel like you are creating rather than working. Then, because your life is filled with creativity, your consciousness, and hence your perceptions, expand into higher and higher frequencies of reality. In other words, you are flowing into New Earth now. As you advance towards the threshold to 5D New Earth, the Galactic-Federation, who represents your ancestors and higher expressions of self, await the grand reunion. In this pre-fifth dimensional habitat zone, money no longer exists, as it is no longer needed. You all have replicators, which can instantly create anything you need, from food, to furniture, to cars, and even houses. You also have free personal tricorders, which are also bioscanners, voice recognition language translators, anti-gravity cars, etc., etc. In fact, all of these devices are being discovered right now in your present transitional reality. However, the Cabal does not want these devices to be shared with their worker bees. Hence, many work hard to put a meal on the table while the Dark Ones just program their personal replicator. Fortunately, as you continue to flow into higher and higher frequencies of reality, you will be seeing more and more of this technology in your daily life. This will occur because the Cabal and other Dark Ones who have been hiding this technology will no longer be able to resonate to that layer of reality. Therefore, the technology will be freely disseminated to everyone. This technology will be available to everyone because the first ones to expand their consciousness into the awareness of what is actually being hoarded by the few, while the many work hard, will come out and say, "Did you know that you could have this advanced technology?" As your consciousness allows you to perceive more and more of New Earth, you will be greeted by your galactic and celestial families. As these members of your higher dimensional self seem to descend from above, you will also meet your Lemurian and Atlantean family who will arise from the core of Gaia. Of course, descending and arising are third-dimensional terms based on the polarity of up and down. Your fifth-dimensional reality will be free of these polarities. As you further adapt to your higher dimensional perceptions, the concepts of polarity, separation, power over, and even conflict will fade from our reality. Your galactic, celestial, Lemurian, and Atlantean families will assist you to create a personal and collective New Earth by moving through your population, assisting, loving, and supporting all the newly awakened ones who have released their fear and turned towards unconditional love and multidimensional creativity as a new way of life. At first you will move into and out of these higher zones of reality, as it will take practice and more mastery of your thoughts and emotions to maintain a constant presence in this higher frequency of Earth. Fortunately, your higher dimensional thoughts and loving emotions will direct your attention towards your ever-expanding, fifth-dimensional bodily sensations. Some of you will slowly adapt to these sensations, some will adapt very quickly, and others will not adapt at all. Those who cannot adapt to a higher frequency version of reality will live out their third-dimensional life as if nothing happened at all. They will remain in the same illusion that led them through myriad versions of life on 3D Earth. When they die at the specific time that was chosen by them before they took an incarnation, they will be able to study in the fourth-dimensional mystery school until they are ready to release their addiction to the third dimension. Yes, the third dimension is very addictive because, too often, you do not get the satisfaction of a good job well done. Without this feeling of satisfaction, some of you have problems growing. Therefore, you try the same thing again and expect a different outcome. You see, the cabal moved deeply into the educational system to make it difficult for people to learn new ways to perceive and live their life. Thankfully, once you remember how to gain and maintain a fifth-dimensional state of consciousness, you will remember that you are already masters of your energy field, but you forgot that fact when you entered your 3D Earth vessel. Once you steadily remember your multidimensional self, you do not need to learn, or try, or wait. Your fifth-dimensional light body will instantly align your consciousness and perceptions to a fifth-dimensional resonance of reality. Within that frequency of reality, the physical earth vessel that carried you through your third-dimensional reality will instantly transmute into your fifth-dimensional light body. Just as your third-dimensional, physical body resonated to the third-dimensional habitat zones of Gaia, your fifth-dimensional light body resonates with fifth-dimensional New Earth. In other words, your fifth-dimensional state of consciousness will align you with your fifth-dimensional perceptions of fifth-dimensional Earth. Once you can perceive that frequency of reality, you can choose to live that frequency of reality. Remember that your fifth-dimensional light body self chose to send its essence into a third-dimensional vessel to assist Gaia with her planetary ascension. Therefore, your fifth-dimension light body is your natural body, and your third-dimensional physical body is a third-dimensional creation that is connected to the 3D matrix. You are a multidimensional being who chose to temporarily wear a third-dimensional Earth vessel. You chose to wear that vessel at this time to assist in planetary ascension. Your assignment was, align your fifth-dimensional consciousness with your third-dimensional Earth vessel. Forget your true multidimensional self and become a physical human. Remember your multidimensional self and gradually return to your light body. Return to light body by returning to a conscious awareness of your fourth and fifth dimensional self. As you return to your multidimensional consciousness, gradually transmute your 3D vessel so that it can merge with your fifth dimensional light body. As you transmute your personal Earth vessel, elemental by elemental, you also transmute Gaia's planetary Earth vessel, elemental by elemental. As you return to your fifth dimensional light body, you assist Gaia to return to her fifth dimensional light planet. Remember that creation begins in the higher dimensions and expands down into the lower dimensions. Hence, the higher dimensions never leave or disappear. However, the higher worlds do disappear to your perceptions once your consciousness falls into the lower third and fourth dimensional brain waves. However, as you expand your consciousness into the now of the zone of reality in which you are wearing your light body, you will easily perceive the new Earth that always existed. Since there is no time in the fifth dimension and beyond, there is no beginning and no ending. There is only the one of the now. When you learn to walk, you often fell. When you learn to talk, you said words wrong. You just had to practice, 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 and grow up. You are all growing up now and returning to your multidimensional self. Be as patient and loving with yourself, as you would be with your beloved child. In fact, you are beloved children of the universe. As the higher light increasingly infiltrates your reality, you will leave time flow into the now of the higher frequencies of reality. If you believe you must suffer or work hard, you will create that thought form which will align you with that version of reality. You are masters in training.